Hello there.
Hey, hey, how's it going?
It's good. You?
Omar, Megan, Shaima? Is that how to pronounce your name? How's everyone doing? How's 2025 treating everyone?
We don't know yet.
Good.
Okay, okay.
But so far, so good.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to know. All right. So yeah, so this is going to be a Q&A session. Next week we're going to start doing the weekly webinars starting with technical SEO, and that's going to be, a nice change of pace, I think, and it's going to be interesting. Um, but yeah, this one is going to be a regular Q&A session. So, who wants to start? I think Omar had a question in the community. Let's start with you, and let's answer that question.
Oh, absolutely. So I use a general, if with search intent, um, as like we can have a different keyword, so main
Mhm.
keyword. However, my main question is about the secondary keywords that we kind of sprinkle in there.
Mhm.
And so what I'm saying is that if two articles, they have different main targeted keywords. However, if they have those secondary keywords that are almost identical, now they're two articles, different search intents, those secondary keywords are identical. Does that cause any cannibalization, do you think?
Yeah, it can cause cannibalization, but it's completely normal,
Okay.
it's completely normal, especially when you start getting into like building out the whole topical map. It's it's
Hmm.
it's kind of like when it comes to cannibalization, it's something that you can't avoid sometimes. The goal is just to make sure that your big high search volume keywords don't cannibalize and that you're showing the search engine which article to rank for that keyword. Like for example, if you have like a master guide on like here's a Korean skincare routine, right?
Hmm.
So the main keyword there is going to be Korean skincare routine. But you're going to find secondary keywords there for the moisturizer, the toner, the all that stuff is going to be secondary keywords because it's all part of the routine. But you're going to show the search engine that, oh, we have a dedicated page for the moisturizers, we have a dedicated page for the toners, etc., because you have the internal links to
Yeah.
those pages. And even like, for example, benefits, like, there's benefits for like using a moisturizer, benefits for using a toner. As long as you can map out exactly where these pages are supposed to be, it's completely fine. And if there's no dedicated page, it's completely fine as well, right? Like if you have like a benefits for a toner and it's only a section in your dedicated page about toners, it's completely fine because there's like this thing called passage ranking. The search engine will basically just find which section is the best section. It doesn't matter if it's in several different parts of your website. The search engine will eventually still find out like, okay, this is answers that query, even if it doesn't have a dedicated page for it, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool. Because there's so many ways this can happen, right? Like even like in a cooking recipe, like there's gonna be a section there that's how to wash rice. And I'm making this up by the way. I'm not really looking at the SERP. But if it requires a dedicated page for how to wash rice, then you have a dedicated page for how to wash rice internally linked from that recipe, right? And if it doesn't need a dedicated page, Google actually will take that snippet from the whole recipe on how to wash rice and rank that on the search engine, if that makes sense. Obviously, this is just an example, and I don't even know how this
Yeah,
really looks
because
like on the SERP, but yeah.
otherwise it's like you just overthink for ages, and so it
Yeah.
would just get to nowhere. I mean, with
Mhm.
those secondary keywords, is it just
Yeah.
bound to happen?
Yeah. And like obviously you want to do your best when you're doing your keyword research and you're doing your topical map and when you actually cluster these keywords together to avoid cannibalization, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen sometimes. And when it happens, you just have to take the actions to fix it, right? If two pages cannibalize, it's like, okay, what are how do we fix this? There's like a few ways to fix it. Like we de-optimize this page for this page so they can rank for their separate keywords. Or if they really need to be combined, then you combine the articles and you canonical one article to the other. Because in the end, sometimes it can't be avoided. Like it's just gonna happen. And then
Cool.
overthinking it is like kind of like a you waste a lot of energy and resources overthinking it instead of just putting it out there and seeing how the search engine reacts to the to what you're presenting it, right?
Cool. Appreciate it.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Did anyone else have any questions that they wanted to ask on this call?
I have one.
Megan?
I
Okay.
do. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling good. Otherwise, I turn my camera on.
Oh, it's okay.
Sometimes I hate it when people do that, but um, okay, so this is maybe a little bit of a weird question.
Hmm.
Um, so I have a couple Shopify sites, some are my own businesses, but some of them I recently took over doing some SEO for a company that
Hmm.
has like a really large website. And I am struggling a little bit because I've never seen a website really kind of react like this. So I've been working on it, I guess, for 3 months now.
Hmm.
First off, when I went into it, I basically followed some of your steps with more of the technical SEO where oh, which one was like I de-indexed a lot of the pages, more so like a lot of there was a lot of like blog tags and like the collection page issues that kind of happen with Shopify and
Hmm.
um I'm sorry, I can't think straight, but basically, I pretty much fix all the technical side of things rather than except for the conical tags that kind of happen or the conical URLs that happen with the variations of product. So that hasn't been done yet.
Hmm.
So that, in a sense, really helped because we pretty much went from like 2,000, roughly 2,000 index pages to 6,000 index pages of pages that you want to be indexed, like products and collection pages. And then it got rid of all the pages that didn't want to be indexed. So that's good. But what hasn't changed for me and which kind of I've been struggling with. So I basically use Ahrefs to do my SEO
Hmm.
research and track my data and so on. So basically in before me, their website was on like a really high track of gaining a lot of traffic and gaining a lot of new keywords in April until June.
Hmm.
And then pretty much when the Google spam update happened, it took a really big nosedive. There was a lot of junk on the website, like it wasn't done properly. There was a lot of like just really bad, just chat GPT blog articles and stuff like that. So it took a big nosedive. I don't know if it was considered spam or so on, but whatever. So anyway, so once it took that nosedive, it pretty much has been flatlined.
Hmm.
And it doesn't matter. So I've flatlined now. It's like it seems like Google just likes to keep the website around 5,000 keywords and it will not go anywhere more than 2.5K in traffic. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter if I publish new blog articles. It seems like I gain some keywords and then I lose some keywords. But it's like it's keeping it like in a I did like a bubble. And it
Hmm.
won't allow it to grow out. And
Hmm.
I don't understand like is that a thing that you have seen in the past? And what could possibly be the problem? Like, has it been penalized? Like, obviously you don't know, but I don't know. Obviously now, since I've been working on the site for 3 months, I've gained, you know, maybe like we went from 1.9K to 2.8K. So, and we're not really gaining any keywords, and I just don't understand
Hmm.
why I feel like I'm just stuck in this little bracket.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not actually like a weird question. I think it's very common.
Okay.
There are a few things that you can do to uh, basically do an audit, right? Like, because you can't assume it's one thing,
I
because if you
know.
assume it's one thing, then you get stuck. That's what gets you stuck. So you have to kind of do an audit of everything that could be the problem. But if I had to prioritize one thing, is like you mentioned that there were a bunch of like low quality articles on there. Are those
Hmm.
still on the site?
I did take out some,
Hmm.
but I didn't take out all of them.
So,
Do you think I like, and so with saying that too, also there was, so there's that, and then the other thing that maybe I was thinking is that there was like, when I got into the site, there was like 1,300 404s. And
mhm.
then I would fix a bunch, and then Google would
Mm,
recrawl and re-index a lot of pages, and then I'd get hit with a whole bunch more.
mm,
Now Google seems to be finally like we're finally
mhm.
sifting through all of it. So there is
Yeah.
900 404s as well on the
Mhm.
website. So I'll just throw that in there as well. So
No,
yes, there's still
mhm.
some of the old blog article junk, and
Yeah.
there's 900 404s on the site that we're working
Yeah.
through.
So like again, like you cannot assume it's one or the other. I think you have to fix both problems.
Okay.
I think though, like the based on like just my intuition, it's definitely the quality score of those old articles because it's something very common that we've seen that happens on these spam updates where it's like you have a general quality score for a site, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like if a lot of these articles are like low quality, um, the search engine just gives you like a low quality score, and this doesn't bother crawling or putting much attention to your new articles, your new content, your new collection pages, just because it assumes that it's low quality as well. Because like,
Mm-hmm.
for example, if you have like thousands of pages on a site and you say that 100 is high quality, but 900 is low quality,
Mm-hmm.
there can be a similar site with only 200 pages, but and exactly the same number of quality pages, like 100. The search engine
Mm-hmm.
will prioritize crawling the other site just
Mm-hmm.
because it costs the search engine less to do so. The same thing with the like the 900 404s. If there's another site with exactly the same content without the 900 404s, it will
Mm-hmm.
prioritize crawling that site just because the search engine is built to be efficient. And if it costs too much to crawl your site versus another site that can give it the same information, it will crawl the other site. And yeah, that's the especially like the algorithm these days. It's really common like to for like low quality articles to bring down the overall quality of a site.
Okay.
Like
Like how
yeah.
many articles like could it be like 20 or 10 that could really shift that kind of um where Google would kind of, categorize you? I guess nobody really knows, I guess at
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of the
Nobody
day.
really knows and it really also depends on like 20 out of 100, 10 out of 50,
Mm,
right? Like things like
a
that.
lot of so they have like maybe 6,000 product URLs that are
Hmm.
indexed. And a lot of the product pages are very thin,
Hmm.
or direct plagiarized from one manufacturer, copied with the direct text over, like of the product description, because they're resellers of different manufacturers,
Hmm.
as well as ChatGPT garbage.
Yeah.
Do you see that
Yeah.
possibly being
That's
the
definitely a problem.
mm,
Especially like if the product descriptions are exact copies of the manufacturer, it's like the search engine will just like feel no need to index the site or crawl the site because it's like
duplicate content?
exactly it's duplicate
Yeah.
content. Like why waste resources on the site? Especially the algorithm these days because of like so much spam on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, like so much AI content. The search engine is really doing its best to not waste resources on like duplicate content, AI content, things like that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess keep doing all the things and just wait
Yeah,
for it to
exactly.
start a turn.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But like again, like based on the metrics you said, like 5,000 keywords ranking, but like really low traffic, it
Yeah.
just tells me right away that there's 5,000 keywords ranking, but they're all ranking not well because they're not
Yeah.
driving traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not. Like so like we've started to implement like good like guide pages that are useful content and
Hmm.
helpful, that start linking to the collection pages and product
Hmm.
pages, that hopefully will give us authority within the niche, and then
Yeah.
also provide, maybe we'll get some backlinks out of those, and having, because there's basically no interlinking within the site, and then
Hmm.
hopefully that'll help on that side of things. But I think, yeah, I like your idea of completely removing those blog articles. Maybe I'll do that and keep sifting through the 404s. And
Yeah.
then, as like, because it's such a
Hmm.
large site, it's hard to go through all the product descriptions. And
Yeah.
then to make it kind of crappier is that the owner itself keeps adding new products and just copy and pasting manufacturers' descriptions,
Yeah,
even though
that's
you keep
tricky.
telling them to stop doing that. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. So it's hard sometimes because they want to see
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
metrics
Yeah.
rise to what they're paying for, and I get it, but it's also hard to try to tell somebody about
Yeah. That's
SEO. So, and then I've never
yeah.
seen a site stall like this before where I feel like I'm gaining ground and then it's just like, no, you go back over
Mm.
here because that's where you belong.
Yeah. That's really tricky. It's a tricky situation. But yeah, you just need to do all the things. And
Okay.
like I would definitely do a content audit. The best way to do this is not just remove all the content that you think is bad, like actually go to Search Console and see if this content is getting any impressions, any clicks.
Mm,
If they're getting any impressions, clicks, you can keep them. Maybe they just need to be optimized or improved. If they're not
yeah,
getting anything at all, then yeah, just remove it
pick it
because
rhythm.
yeah, the search engine doesn't like them at all. Like the search engine is always telling you what it thinks about your content. You can see it on Google Search Console. As
What
for
about,
the mhm.
sorry, go ahead.
As for the product descriptions, so like there's a way to do it with like you can like kind of download all the products into like a Excel file and edit all the descriptions there and upload it. Um,
Like using that
chat
Matrixify app.
yeah,
Um,
Matrixify and ChatGPT might be able to help you come up with more unique descriptions and then fill that up really quickly and then upload it
yeah, that's
um
a good
onto
idea.
Shopify. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that idea. Because I love using ChatGPT for, providing, a
Yeah.
unique, because there's only so many
Yeah.
ways that you could describe something, especially when there's so many people selling stuff,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. That's why I
Um,
think in the future, like SEO is just gonna come down to link building because like content will be so commoditized. Like everyone can see everyone's content, and yeah,
mhm. Yes, link building is my nemesis.
it's probably the most difficult part about SEO once you really get going.
Yes, it is. I don't think you had your module yet. Did you? Did you put it up on your?
We have the foundational link building and then the guest posts and link inserts. Those are the main ones we use. The one we don't have yet is the PR, the digital PR one,
Mm-hmm.
because we ourselves are finding digital PR really difficult. Like
Okay.
it's expensive. Like it's not as easy as people make it seem on YouTube and Twitter and things like that. When you actually try to do it, it's not easy. It's really not easy. People make it seem like, oh, you do this article, you reach out to journalists, you get 10 links. No, it's not as easy as they make it seem. Like it'll cost you a lot and you end up getting zero links. It's really
Mm.
not the beginner friendly strategy. Like we're struggling to get it to work. I don't even yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I looked at doing it and I thought, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I can see
It
that.
seems simple enough when you think about it. When you actually do it, it's not easy. It's expensive. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I guess my last question to that would be, so with saying all that, okay, keep doing all the things.
Hmm.
And as for the conical issues with the URLs within the variations of products,
Hmm.
because I haven't done that yet. Where do you see that part as the rank, like, of maybe possibly affecting that? Um,
Probably below,
yeah,
below,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
below
Okay.
for
That's
sure.
what I was thinking too, but I just wanted
Yeah,
your opinion.
because the search
Because
engine
that'll
can kind of
take,
understand it. Um, yeah,
Because that'll take a lot of work too. So I thought,
yeah,
well, everything is a lot of work when you get on. Like, this is the biggest website I've
yeah,
ever worked
yeah,
on. So
yeah,
it's like, especially when you just kind of had somebody that kind of just, I don't know, and then it just makes it so much easier if you would have just had it at the beginning,
yeah,
rather
exactly.
than trying to fix it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%.
I
Yeah, no worries.
appreciate the information.
Yeah. I think in terms of moving the needle, like the previous stuff will probably move the needle more than the canonical technical SEO stuff. Technical
Okay.
SEO stuff like removing duplicate pages from the index, that's probably like the 80/20, and you've already done that, so
Yeah.
you're
And
good.
that, like, I did that on three of my sites, and
Mhm.
it made a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I can't
It's
believe that I never knew that
it's
before.
it's really the 80/20 because in the end it's
Yeah.
really like the search engine trying to be efficient, and
Hmm.
if you save it resources by not having to crawl useless pages, it like rewards you, especially if it's
Hmm.
like a big site.
Yeah, yeah, no, it did. Even some of the smaller sites that I had,
Hmm.
it definitely rewarded me with more keywords. And I'm definitely like gaining some traffic, with it. So,
Nice.
because I felt they were kind of stalled, as well.
Hmm.
Um, but I also wasn't showing it any love, too. So now that I did that and I'm starting to see some love for it, you know how it is. You get to go back and maybe put some attention into it.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Shema, do you have any questions for us, or you just want to
Uh,
listen?
Hi, Miko. Good evening.
Hi,
Good
good
afternoon. I'm not
evening.
sure your time. Hi, Megan and Omar. Happy New Year, everyone. I
Happy New Year.
recently,
Happy news.
I recently joined your course, so I'm taking it slowly.
Hmm.
I do have an e-commerce store on the Shopify. I'm going through, let's say, to monitor everything I have done before, from the product description, the product page, and the collection page. So I do optimization from scratch because I think the way I did the SEO before was not the correct way. So I started with your course and trying to implement and apply whatever I have learned so far to my store. So
Great.
I still don't have any questions so far.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's cool. As long as you're implementing um what's on the course, that's like gives you like a basically a good foundation already. And then when you start getting results, like getting clicks and start getting traffic and seeing like basically data, you'll probably have more questions, or once you get to the more, I guess, difficult part of the course, like link building, you'll probably
Yeah.
have more questions. Like link building is really, I think, like the meat of SEO these days.
That's right. And I went through the Google Console. Actually, I'm trying to understand the data over there. And I found a
Hmm.
lot of numbers, like I have a lot of 404. So I used to
Hmm.
just leave them. I thought maybe the Google for some time we're gonna ignore them. But actually,
Mm.
when I post on the my question last week, so you told me I have to do the redirecting. So I didn't know that. I thought like Google will take care of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want to depend on Google sometimes because like yeah, sometimes Google doesn't do what you expect it to do, and you just have to guide it so that it doesn't waste so many resources.
But maybe for the 404 pages on the console, I can see like extensions for the page. Let's say I have www.x.com or something, and then
Hmm.
slash like some extensions like question mark, equal, those kind of letters or
Hmm.
simple.
Yeah,
But I think the moment I do redirect for the main page, all those extensions disappeared from the.
yeah.
Is it right?
That,
Yeah.
that that makes sense. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
So why all those kind of extension pages?
Yeah, it happens. It just happens. It's normal. There are ways to make sure it doesn't happen, like through your robots.txt, things like that. But it happens, especially with Shopify. With WordPress, less so, but Shopify really creates a lot of these weird ones, like weird URLs.
Is it because of the variant and the colors and all the
Yeah,
things?
things like sometimes.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons. Yeah.
Okay. But I think you're gonna change the way the Zoom call will gonna be, isn't it?
Yeah. Next week we're gonna start doing like we're gonna discuss specific topics. Like
Okay.
next week we're gonna do technical SEO. I'm gonna run through the training. Everyone basically can ask questions about technical SEO or whatever we're discussing in the training. And then the week after we do like keyword research, and then the week after that we do collection pages and product page or shopping pages as one, and then blog posts and then link building, and then we have a general Q&A once in a while, and then we go back to technical SEO, etc. I think it gives us like better structure in terms of like who wants to join the call. If you want to learn more about technical SEO, you join the call. If you want to learn more about collection page SEO,
Oh,
you join the call. I think it gives us better structure.
yeah, sounds interesting. So we would have a Q&A for it's normal. There will be a Q&A.
After, yeah.
Oh,
Or
okay, perfect.
even during, like if we have like a question in the middle of like a specific step or topic, yeah. It's like still like a session like this where people can ask questions.
Okay, that sounds good. I have one. Okay, it came to my mind now.
Mhm.
When I start launching the website, I used to have like an sales from the organic without any Facebook ads or anything.
Mhm.
But after that, it got like dropped
Mhm.
dramatically. So there was no traffic, there was no sales, nothing until I start Facebook ads, and then I'll generate some sales and all those kind of things. But when I started at the beginning, the traffic was okay, kind of, and those
Mhm.
traffic converted to leads.
Mhm.
But now I'm not seeing that from the organic.
Yeah, it happens. It's normal. Sometimes, but it's random. Like sometimes you launch a new site and the
Mm.
search engine has no history of your website, so it just ranks it, and then it starts basically crawling the other pages on your site and starts determining, okay, does this site actually deserve to rank this high over another site, and then just adjusts the rankings. But sometimes you do get a bonus, especially in the first 3, 6 months because you have no history. But it's
Mm.
completely random. Like it's not something that you can depend on.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
All
that's it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Omar, do you have a question?
Yeah, I want to get a developer to assist with a collection page and add filters.
Mm-hmm.
But my understanding is that if I go wrong there, and then let's say they select something from the filtered down, that I might do some damage. I mean, I loosely heard this, whether it's from you or some other
Mm-hmm.
source.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I need to pay attention to? Because, I don't want to interfere with like the money page or
Yeah.
anything of that sort.
Filters are completely fine as long as you don't index those filtered pages, which is fine because in the technical SEO training, it should not basically index those pages.
So if everything's applied in the technical document, what you're saying is that when they select a filter, it does a new URL appear, right? Like identifying the filter.
Yeah, but it should be fine.
It should be fine.
Yeah, if you implement the stuff in the technical SEO training. Yeah,
Okay. Hmm. I could pull that up just so that we're in
yeah, because
specifics.
because what do you call this? Because like when you create a filtered page, like you don't want again like automated pages from Shopify. You don't want Shopify to create automated pages because um they're not going to be optimized for SEO. Like if you wanted like to do a page for like let's just say like moisturizer for dry skin, right? Like that could be a filtered page too, right? You go to moisturizers and then they filter for dry skin. It's just an example. But you don't want that filtered page to be the one that you present to the search engine, the one that you index. You don't want to index that. You want to index a dedicated page for like moisturizers for dry skin.
What was I'm sorry, your example, what was the filtered down version?
So let's say they go to moisturizers, and then there's
Yeah,
a filter on the left side for skin type, right? There's dry skin type, oily skin type, mixed, and then they filter it for dry. So
yeah.
then it becomes moisturizer for dry skin, right? With an automated Shopify page. You don't want to index that one. You want to index a dedicated page that's moisturizers for dry skin because again,
So
you
let
have
yeah,
more flexibility to
absolutely.
control the
So
content.
So what you're saying though, because I understand like our long tail approach to creating collection pages. Now, what you're
Mhm.
saying is that if I do have a dedicated page for a keyword, dedicated page for, let's say, something that would have come up in a filter in this
Mhm.
example, then that means on any given collection page, I shouldn't create a filtered version that might.
No, you
So let's
can.
say
You can.
you can, but I have to.
Just
There's
don't
something
index
specific.
it.
Just don't index it. So then but it automatically index, and then I just have to go de-index it, right?
I think if you follow the training, it will not index. It will not automatically index it.
Okay, that can. I think it's under. I have it open under default pages or something. There's like a snippet of code, no index, um, other default pages. So basically, follow the technical SEO, and then it shouldn't index it. Okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Anything that's auto-generated, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, yeah. Okay, but the 80/20 of technical SEOs just goes back to the duplicate pages.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with why these filter pages are not good because they're basically duplicate pages, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have another question? Does anybody have another question?
Yeah, it's me again.
well,
Sorry.
Sure.
Miguel, does the AI content affect the SEO?
It is if it's bad. But like, because
In
like
terms of, okay.
the search engine already decided that it doesn't care who makes the content, whether it's human written or AI written, as long as it's good content, right?
Okay.
So it does not matter whether it's AI or human. It's just
Yeah.
whether the content is good or bad. If it's bad, then it's bad. If it's good, then it's good. It doesn't matter who wrote it.
What do you mean by good? In terms of what?
Like there are factors that you want to look at. What we like to do is we like to get the Google guidelines and plug them into ChatGPT and basically
Uh,
ask ChatGPT like what does it think that is good content. And there are things that you want to make sure like a checklist basically. Like you want your content to be comprehensive, but you don't
uh,
want it to be super long also. You want to answer the user's query immediately, like within the
yeah.
introduction. There's like just a bunch of checklists that
Okay.
basically means your content is good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
wait, apologies. In the next training for technical SEO, you could guide us to kind of see which pages are, how we could quickly identify which pages are being indexed. And then this way I could keep an eye on if things are
Yeah.
not.
I can show you. There's several ways to check. The best ways
Okay.
to check is on Google Search Console, though. So it's something that you will have to do. But
Yeah,
yeah.
but within Google Search Console.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. I want to switch to links, a question about links.
Sure.
So, unless Shimer has a question, or maybe I'll just go ahead with it.
I'm okay.
I found out I had 124. So I think 2 months ago I did this Fiverr service, which I was like,
Mhm.
so she guaranteed it'd be great links or whatever.
Mhm.
And then I verified after the order. I was like, God, like these are terrible. Like, not, yeah, they have this artificially inflated high DR or
Mhm.
whatever, but like there's like zero traffic. So I canceled the order,
Yeah.
nothing. Then I found out they're still there. And then with SEMrush, I identified that. And it's a great debate now. You know more about this than me about like if we should even do anything. But I removed like 124 toxic links yesterday, like disavowed them. Is that, I mean, it was something, it was just kind of like take care of it before it might get
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
But I just, it was shocking to know like they identified. However, I did a small PR via King's Wire, I think, and they're legit. I just did it, to like almost like a foundational thing. And I noticed that some that SEMrush identified as toxic or whatnot just came from those PR blog posts. So I didn't know. So it's like a blurry line with what's
Yeah.
toxic,
Yeah.
what's not.
For sure. I definitely wouldn't trust SEMrush to determine whether a link is toxic or not, especially because
Okay.
it's impossible to actually determine whether, well, it's not impossible, but like the same link can be toxic for one site and not toxic for another site. Like I mentioned this before that the gambling sites actually spam a lot of Fiverr links because it's completely fine in that niche. So you cannot like use the same measurements for all, but like we do disavow links based on a certain um, we look at certain factors and like yeah, those fiber links that you built, Google will probably ignore them, but it's safer to disavow them because like you know that they're not quality, like for a fact, right? So it's good that you disavow them. We do a disavow every quarter. A lot of people will say like don't disavow, like the search engine will ignore those links, but it's better to be safe than sorry, like for sure.
Yeah.
There have been tests, like other SEOs have done tests where disavows did help. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you still 70% of all the links that you drive to your clients are guest blog posts?
Yeah, probably even more.
Wow.
Not
So
not
you're
guest
not a
blog
big,
posts, not necessarily guest blog posts, like link insertions. We're upping the amount of link insertions
but
because
that's
they
outside
they're
of,
more powerful.
what do you mean by link is so I know there's two camps. I thought it was guest and then niche edits.
Yeah,
Are
niche
niche
edits
edits
are link insertions basically.
link? Because I have your what you publish under backlinks and you kind of separated those out. Do you mind if I clarify? Because I have it open.
They're the same. Niche
You
edits and
have
link insertions.
So you have guest posts that you say 70% of our backlinks are from guest posts or link insertions. I got it. So number two and number three on your list, that's the 70% combined
Yeah,
then.
basically.
I I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're very similar, right? Like guest posts and link insertions are the same thing. The only difference is guest posts are on new articles, link
Yeah,
insertions are on existing articles, but they're pretty much the same
absolutely.
thing. Yeah.
I just misread what you posted because I thought you meant some because you put the 70% on the section block number
Mm,
two. So I thought it was outside the niche edits because that makes
mm,
sense.
yeah.
As far as niche edits, I mean, I just need a reputable service, so I'm trying out Indexy. I mean, and
Mm,
then
mm.
um, I don't know with guest. I know SEO Builder has a service for guest blog posts or something. But if you have a resource or your team can put together a resource, it would definitely be
Yeah.
appreciated.
My team right now is
Otherwise,
testing a bunch of services. Like I think we spent, I don't know, close to 10K on three different services this year. So in the last week, we spent like I think it's around 8K on
mhm,
three different services, and we're gonna see the delivery and basically share our findings on which of these services were the best.
cool. Thank you.
Hi Assad, welcome.
Hi, sorry.
How's it going?
I just recently joined school and your community. I have been a member for some time,
Awesome.
but 2 months ago I just quit my job and started uh, freelancing in SEO. And
Cool.
I have like 7 years of corporate experience in SEO, so I was just looking for communities where I can just interact with people, interact with SEOs, and build some network.
Awesome.
So I'm just here. I was just listening to
Nice.
your conversation.
Nice. Glad to have you here, man. Like, really wanting to grow this community for hopefully this year it keeps growing. Because when I was starting out with Shopify SEO specifically, I couldn't find the resource, and I'm wanting this to be that resource, you know?
Yes, and I started Shopify SEO like 2 months ago also, and
Nice.
I have been helping small businesses, and I am part of a SEO community in which only small business owners are there, and they just ask question, and I just keep uh,
That's good.
answering their queries, and most of them have like Shopify stores, and some of them are my clients now, and
Nice.
it's pretty. bothering for me that Shopify is doing nothing about their technical SEO, and their
Yeah.
H1s are like present in the logo, and
Mhm.
you have like multiple H1s on the page. They don't care about
Yeah.
it, and if we want to, if we want to know them, like if we want to reach out to them and say, hey, you can fix this and it can be
Yeah.
beneficial for all the people that are using your themes.
Yeah.
I wish there was some way we can do that.
Yeah, I felt the same way 2 years ago also when first started working with Shopify, because before that I was always working with WordPress on like niche websites. And then when I started working on Shopify, I was like, man, what the heck is this? Like this, like it's like so rigid. It's not flexible at all. And then it's like, oh man, you gotta go into the theme and everything. But eventually you get used to it and you're like, okay, they're not gonna change it. I
Yes,
don't think so. And I think you just have to adapt accordingly.
yes, yes. So I was listening to your last conversation about backlinks.
Mhm.
So how was the conversation started?
Yeah, so
So what
Omar
was
was
the
just
query?
asking, yeah, Omar was just asking like what like are most of the backlinks we build. And most of the backlinks we build are guest posts and link insertions or niche edits because they're the most I guess they're the most reliable in terms of being able to get them. The rest you don't know for sure whether you can get them or not every month. Guest posts and link insertions, you can always like get like, okay, we want 5 to 10 of these. You can always get 5 to 10 of these every month, and they're reliable. They move the needle. Every time we build a backlink, we always check the rankings of the target page if it moves up or down. And so we know exactly that this link building method still works, and we know which part of it is super strong right now. Right now, the ones that are moving the needle the most are link insertions on pages with traffic. That's really what's moving the needle a lot right now. But we still like to use the other link building methods because imagine if you do 100% link insertions on pages with traffic and the algorithm changes and nerfs those links, then your whole campaign gets
Yes,
ruined, right? It's like there's
yes,
I see other SEOs like on Twitter saying like, oh, we only build this type of link. But like if that link building strategy gets nerfed because like you've only been in SEO for 2 years and you haven't seen these things change over time, then yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. That's why it's always.
What's one
Mhm,
specific that you're seeing a lot, like in the community
mhm.
that you're kind of shaking your head about that they're saying is hot right now, or
So link insertions with traffic is really hot right now. The problem is just if you're that's the only link you're building. Because if Google nerfs that strategy and you don't have any guest posts, you don't have any like PR links, then your backlink profile just gets completely nerfed, right?
yes. You
It's just
have
not
to
safe.
be diverse. You have to be diverse
Exactly.
in
Exactly. It's
in
just to be
your
safe.
strategies.
and
Yes,
Like
the
if you just
percentage.
Mhm.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like if you probably build 100% link insertions with traffic right now, you probably will get a better result right now. But in the future, if like just if it's just trying to be safe. Like if Google nerfs that link building strategy, then you can be in trouble. Then if you just diversified and then like just tapered the growth just to be safe, right?
yes, totally agree.
Like even now, like there's SaaS links also. Like everyone's also using a lot of SaaS links. But again, like there's so many link building strategies that were nerfed. Like people were doing charity links before. That was really strong. And then Google noticed that people were abusing that and that got nerfed. So people who were heavily reliant on that got destroyed. So it's always good to diversify your link building strategies just to be safe.
Have
What's the
you
breakdown? Oh,
Mhm,
sorry. Go ahead, Hassan.
you can go ahead.
mhm.
Thank you. I was saying the direction of the links do you have them like 50% going to homepage and then directed other 25% to blogs, 25% to money pages? Is there a specific kind of ratio you like to? Because so there's also different opinions. Like
Yeah.
I know Charles Float was saying mostly should go actually if your competitors are not pushing it to collection pages, then you could introduce them mainly to blogs, and then that blog post can be a bridge almost,
Mhm.
rather and you then link it up
Yeah.
to the collection page. And if the blog post gets hit or whatever,
Yeah.
it's a blog post and not
Mhm.
your money page.
Yeah. The real thing here, right, that's like, that cannot be disputed. Like the actual how it's supposed to be is not having a rigid 50, 25, 25. The real thing here is what actually is natural in your niche, right? So you go to an existing website and you look at what is the distribution for what's natural in this niche, right? Like how many homepage links are they getting? And again, filter this by quality, right? Don't, if you remove the low quality links because it doesn't matter. How many homepage links are they getting? How many links are they getting on their collection page? How many links are they getting on their blog post? When Charles Float says that he's building links to the blog post, it's usually because if you look at the competition and the collection page links, you're already at the limit. Like if the competition has like 5 and you're at 7, it does look bad if you build more links until you're 10 and your competition has 5. It doesn't look natural. That's when you start building the links to the blog posts and internally linking to the collection page. So the collection page still looks like it has the natural amount of links, just 2 more than your competition, but then it's still getting more juice from the blog posts. That's really like how
I
it's
got it.
supposed to be.
So really natural, it has to be natural. But a quick question to clarify when you're saying filter by quality,
Mhm.
this is, I'm inexperienced in this. I could just
Mhm.
basically filter by you just basic,
Mhm.
but can you guide me just a little bit to clarify,
Yeah,
like
sure.
how would I filter
Mhm.
by quality?
Sure.
I have
Sure. So,
Ahrefs if that, yeah,
mhm. Yeah, so sure. Like you have the filters for the links you want to build, right? Like you want to build links that are like DR30 with traffic, um, like real sites, etc. It's the same thing. You use the same filters on your competition, right? Because if they're building Fiverr links, don't that doesn't matter. It's not going to move the needle. The
got
link
it,
gap between you and your
got it,
competition is on the same quality links that you want to be building, right? If they have links that you want to be
got it.
building, those are the links that you need to basically, that's the threshold you need to reach and pass.
Beautiful. Plus or plus basically, like you nothing out of the loop. If they're driving to main money page 5 high quality backlinks, then you can aim for 7
Yeah,
or 8 or 6 or something,
exactly,
but don't go
exactly.
crazy and go like 20. Uh
Yeah.
and then and with like Ahrefs, it's I need to learn that, but basically it's like per page I can search and
Mhm.
identify. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Like for
cool.
the longest
Appreciate
time,
that.
link building was like a per page thing. Like domain authority was a thing, but before the amount of links on that specific page was the biggest factor. Now domain authority has become a bigger factor. Yeah. But you can filter by page. And again, another thing is also link velocity. Like, okay, you want to build 7 to a certain page. You don't want to build all that 7 in 1 month. Doesn't look realistic, right? Like you want to basically close that gap in a way that it looks natural. The thing with building is that it's all about building quality links and doing it naturally, right? So as long as
So,
you're doing it, yeah.
so what's your opinion on traffic? Like if a website has no traffic and you start building backlinks. So do you think would you build backlinks for that website if it has no traffic?
Yeah. You can build you can start building few links because even if it's not SEO traffic, you can get traffic from social, et cetera, right? That's why we like doing social signals with SEO Builder to make it look like, oh, it could have gotten a link from like a social platform or another traffic source. But it's like it's fine as long as you're not building too many links that it doesn't look realistic.
Yes. So what I do is once a website gets at a point like at 100, like for example, 100 traffic per month, then I start building backlinks because if a website does not have any traffic, it does not make sense
Mhm.
in the Google's point of view that it is receiving any natural links.
Yeah. Yeah,
So that's
that
like
makes
my
sense. Yeah.
opinion.
But you
Yeah.
can build a few like 3 links a month and it's completely fine because we have done that on sites that we started from scratch back in the day when we were focused on building niche sites and it's completely fine.
Mm. All right.
Because like you can also do things like build social signals to make it seem like, oh, okay, these backlinks are from social, because they got
Right.
social, yeah.
I
Presence. Yes.
That's a great question, Hassan. I just want to share a cool tool that helped me out. me out a lot. It's free, but it's called Becky AI. But so there's
Tricky
two.
AI.
One I do a pay, which is topicalmap.ai, and the founder is so cool. Like I sent him a question at
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. He's a partner of Charles Float, and then he sent me like a 10-minute loom. So topical map, I was just completely lost, man. And so I got all these cluster topics now. And then what Becky AI was cool about, and I still won't use it yet, but basically every existing page, it identifies interlinking opportunities. So
Mm-hmm.
it will just identify on a page level realistically which
Mm-hmm.
pages to start interlinking to. So if you have 50 pages or 60, it'll identify gaps that are not linked. So those are topical AI is now
Mm-hmm.
free, but it's very, I mean, it really saved me because I was gonna hire someone and they charging an arm and a leg, but I didn't really understand it, so I wanted to learn about it. And then naturally I found myself with topical AI, like using 2 credits, creating these clusters and understanding it more. So I like that approach. And then uh and then Becky AI was, I found it
Mm-hmm.
on a resource in Cuspa, but or Cuppa, I'm sorry, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's the version I'm using is free and it's very helpful.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any tools that help.
Yes, can you share the
Yeah.
link in the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Let me see. I unless anyone has a question, I do want to know just a random thought from Miko or anybody. Parasite SEO. I mean, it has such a bad rep, but is it all, you know, um, like, I mean, I'm sure there's some gains to be made, right? Or is it because not
100%.
everything is really white hat, not
Yeah.
every, you know.
Yeah, 100%. When I first started doing SEO, what's that, 6, 7 years ago, I was only doing black hat stuff.
I
Yeah.
I also started with the black hat stuff when I started in
Yeah.
2017.
In
So
Parasite
it was
SEO,
Really?
pretty common.
yeah. Like you mentioned what was that? Indexy earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably like they
Yeah.
were probably doing some Parasite stuff when they started
It's
their
it's
group.
interesting. He's actually all about partnerships. I thought he would do more Parasite. Maybe, of course, everyone eventually like lands in their
Mhm.
genre, but everybody dabbles with something. But his mostly was like about partnerships, and then like their bread and butter, what they say at least is their niche edits. And that's on a service basis. But Parasite, when I listened to him on an interview with Charles Float, and he says like maybe he did like 10% or less or anything with Parasite. But the one who always, is Charles Float. And I was introduced to Charles Float by you because I think it was when you were talking about getting the foundational links
Mhm.
down no matter what, and then you plugged in his video about foundational links that are
Yeah.
oftentimes overlooked. So I went down the rabbit hole there, and like 80% of what he talks about in one way or another is about Parasite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before Charles was the Parasite SEO guy, he was the backlink guy. He used to own one of the biggest backlink link building agencies. What is that, 5, 6 years ago? And he had to sell it. Um, and then the person he sold it to eventually sold it as well. I think it's High Rise Links now, but yeah, like it's the same agency pretty much. But Charles is very reputable when it comes to link building. Like he knows his stuff when it comes to link building.
Have you
And Jackie,
uh
Jackie, Jackie used to be a niche site guy too. Like before he was doing the partnerships and everything, he was doing niche sites um before. Like he had a big portfolio. I don't know. Yeah. We were
I
all
just
doing
know
the
his
same thing back
services.
then.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, everyone. It's a unique journey, and I just know so I like. There's just a small few people you can tell you don't want to follow, and then people you're like, I can take this from and this from, and
Mhm.
you start patching up together. Like I can listen to him
Yeah.
about this topic, but ignore this and this. I just
Mhm.
know. So I respect Julian Goldie. I like him a lot. I just know from his niche edit service, it's like 3 times the cost of like uh, what Jackie is offering. And so naturally, if I want to, trickle in some niche edits, it's like I'm going to use Jackie for
Mhm.
that. It seems very reasonable, affordable, and in a world where it's like I mean, it, I mean, you just never know sometimes, right? So the thing
Yeah.
is, I mean, he has a portfolio and a business to kind of, he needs to maintain his reputation. So that's a thing that makes me a little confident with moving forward, purchasing niche edits from him, at least to start out.
Yeah. When it comes to like buying like niche edits guest posts, it's always just try out different vendors, um, gauge the quality, vet the links yourself, and then determine like, okay, is it worth it? Because like a lot of these guys are selling the same links and they just have different prices depending on how good their marketing is. You know?
Yeah,
Like the more exposure
Yes,
someone
no,
has, it's like I can
exactly.
charge more. Yeah.
yeah,
And some platforms like the Hoth and
Yeah.
the Rhino links, they don't tell you that where they are landing the links. So
Hmm.
it's kind of uh, you are blank about it.
Yeah. Hmm. The
I
Hoth
hate
is
that.
one of the
Yeah.
biggest ones, and their links are expensive and they're not good.
Yes. So my client was buying links from them around like $2,500. And when I checked the links, like half of them were had some spam score on them, and half of them
Yeah.
were having no traffic, and only like few of them had like
Yeah.
60K or
Yeah.
like 10K of traffic. So they do a mixture of good
Yeah.
quality sites and the bad quality sites. So it
Yeah.
seems like a kind of a scam to me.
Yeah. Like that's the thing with like these big the link building agencies because like the more known they are, the reasoning behind that is because they paid so much for ads. And because they paid for ads, they have to mark up their links. Or not mark up their links, but sell like not as good quality links, right? Versus
Mm,
let's say people who don't spend on ads at all, they don't need to mark up their link so much because they didn't have to their cost for the link is lower because they didn't have
mm.
to pay for the ads. So it's tricky.
Their
It's really
marketing
tricky.
cost is lower than them.
Exactly. It's really tricky.
Yes. And then there are like this platform called WhitePress.
Hmm. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it
Everyone.
is
Yeah.
Mhm.
so were you saying something?
No, no, I just heard it's like everything we hear, like it's like there's always someone who has like a story about one service or another.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're reputable,
Yeah.
then others like, no, man, their links are this and that.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to hear what you have to say about them.
So I'm currently using WhitePress and I'm also in touch uh, with the team. So the guy reached out to me. I'm in a UAE based group that's called Dubai SEO Club, and the guy was in there. So I just asked how you can build digital PR backlinks. That is mostly done by Ferry Kazoni. He owns a really big agency for digital PR, and I've been following him for quite some time. So I just posted a question about digital PR. So this guy
Mhm.
from WordPress reached out to me that he has a platform and he wants me to look into it. So I just went into it and I bought only two links and it has been helpful for me. So
Nice.
it is kind of a marketplace on which you just add your
Yeah.
website link and you filter out all the categories that you want on a backlink, and then you uh, so it is not perfect yet. So even if a website is showing some like 1,000 traffic on it, you will still have to put it into Ahrefs or SEMrush so that you can get to an like a possibility that, or if you think that if your sixth sense is saying that it is a good website and if you want to work on it or not. So that is like my experience.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. There are these marketplaces. I forgot there's another one that I saw, and it's like you just have to vet the links and pick the ones that actually are quality.
Yes, it's better than the hot.
Exactly. Where it's like, surprise, you paid $200 for a bad link.
Yeah, for nothing.
Or like you have like $1,000 package and then you get like three bad links and one good one. Makes no
Yes, it's
sense.
just like a mystery box.
Exactly. And it's just like, okay, how can we make this, Like, how can we get good margins by packaging bad links
Yes.
and good links together?
Where's the value?
Cool.
Okay, guys,
Well,
I
that was
actually
great.
have to hop on another call. It's
Yes,
6
me too.
p.m.
Me too.
Thanks for joining. This is like the most people we've had on a call ever.
Amazing.
So, hopefully next week we can, still have this amount of people.
Yes,
I
hopefully.
really
Yes,
appreciate, guys.
certainly.
Thanks for taking the time.
Yes.
But yeah, I really have to go. Thanks.
All right.
All
Thanks
right.
for hopping
Cheers.
on. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.
Likewise. Bye.